So, my last video. So, I'm gonna give you a technique that I used before to bust the bubble of a whole bunch of people, right? So, when people tell you that if you try, you get what you want, I always understand, always destroy everybody with this. Now it's my secret. You can destroy people with this too. You have to look at the men who have the most women in their fan club, right? Every group of man, every man, we're told that if men try hard enough, right, they'll find one woman, right? But they don't tell you about the money you waste, the time you waste, and the exhaustion you get doing that shit, right? They tell you that you need to be well groomed and you need to look a certain way. But they never tell you, if you do all of that, how many women are going to be in your fan club. No one never says that to you at all. Now, ask yourself this. When they say there's good women out there, why isn't the good women in the fan club of good men? We know the thugs, the players, the dudenesses. You know, let me put that out. Let me get that. Let me get that clip. Let me do that clip real quick with that, right? Wait, where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is it at? Where is it at? Um, where's it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at?
Who's next? Davis? No. No!
There we go. Mind you, she has a boyfriend, right? If a girl doesn't do that for you, and you're putting all this work in, and she's not your fan, and she doesn't glaze you like that or scream when she sees you and none of that, and you work 10 times hard, and she just treats you like a normal person, but she doesn't treat you like your biggest fan, then she never loved you, right? I ask this question to a lot of men, and I destroy people in comment sections, right? I said, do you think that men would be happy with a room full of 100 ugly women, or three of the most beautiful girls they could ever get in their life? Do you think that men would be happy with a compliments from 1,000 ugly women or three beautiful women? And that matters. That's when you talk to a certain guys. You have to break it down when you're talking to different dudes, right? Never believe that your hard work will ever be rewarded because you see people downplaying everybody else's hard work. Don't you see in the comments, you see the whole what the hell? Let me see. This title right here, right? So this whole quote right here where it said money don't make you unlame, right? It's taught it's taught black men to disrespect men who work harder than they are, who work harder than them, who have more views than them, who are better socially or mentally or better off than they are. They want to bring you down to a level where they can either use you or you're monkey dancing to their approval. Calling you saying money don't make you unlame is trying to make you dance for them while you have more money than they do. So you got guys like him saying that, or Gilly the Kid, who pretty much everybody is calling him a lame. Um, right?
You know, we allow certain people to speak for us when they shouldn't. You know, I fault the interviewers a lot of times. It's you know who to ask what questions to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, black people have allowed, you know, me and Sally talk about this all the time. Like, just because you had money back in the day didn't mean that you weren't lame. Yeah. You can hang out, we'll spend your money, but you know you fucking lame. We know you fucking lame. You fucking lame. Yes, sir. Right now, it seems like
It's funny as shit guys like him say that, right? But we don't hear them say that you were a lame street nigga who robbed and beat people up and beat the weak up. That don't still make you unlame. It's funny that they don't call the drug dealers lame. They don't call the killers lame. They don't call the people who destroy families lame. The men who cheat on, who have sex with other men's wives lame. They call you lame because it makes them feel better than you are, right? David Banner, he you know, you know what the music he listened, you know, the music he was, and you hear what he said. We spend your money, but you be a lame. Is it funny that they always never go to the negative shit as lame, but they always try to go to the positive shit that's lame, right? Money can't unlame you. Look at the titles. Look at the titles. It's mostly black dudes, right? Now, mind you, the Brandon Jamal dude, we already found out that he was kind of crusty, and you know he has a new video out. I forgot what it was. It didn't do anything. His most popular video is the single mom shit. And that was when people didn't know that he was who he was. He never got those views again. Now let's listen to these idiots say something.
that's to me.
Chrissy, I'm his cousin.
So before we get into the question, it's just corny. Like they don't have an identity. As you said, they just following. They don't know what they want to do. They're just following what the wave is, and when they get a little something, they not used to it, and they feel me. They just do whatever. They show it off. They feel me. It's a whole bunch of other stuff that be going on with them.
Isn't it funny that they say they don't have an identity, but then we find out half of the dudes who rap never been in the streets or never sold drugs, and they don't call them lame, right? Isn't it funny about that shit, saying they don't have no identity?
So
We got some talking points on paper. Sleep at night, like, are you taking care of your mental health? Like, there's so many other things to worry about other than money. I mean, money obviously, you know, can help you towards your goals, but it's not the end all say all. And I feel like what makes it lame is when people in this generation like make it the end all say all. Like, oh nah, you ain't got no money. Like I got 5 racks on me right now. Yeah, but your mother doesn't have money for her rent. So like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, are you contributing to your household? Like, what's
Nah, yeah, lame. I feel like lames they do, or people
Not
do.
to talk about nobody's mother, but you understand. I love the mamas, but I really hate to see it. I hate to see it.
Nah, people do. I think they do flex for insecurity.
And this is the thing that you see it, right? You see it in the little population, right? They want you to give away your money to these people. It's all about taking the money away from you and taking away your power and your accomplishments away from you. I got into it with one of these commenters on O'Shea Do Jackson's comment sections about them saying money don't make you unlame. And then I literally called the dude out, and then he had to admit the fact that he was like, yeah, man, I worked so hard and I couldn't even get the type of money that Kaiser not had. And I'm like, whoa, you're in a different time and streaming wasn't around. And he said, you didn't know that some people stayed up and they worked 10 times harder than you just to get where they at? But you said money don't make you unlame. And this explanation, they're trying to take away your accomplishments and they want you to act the way they want you to act, right? Because they want access to you so they can get your money, so they can say you're not lame anymore. It's the whole point of that. And then you look at them and you be like, can I not be unlame, mister? Mind you, the same people who call you a sellout are the same people who want you to buy into their bullshit and waste all your money and spend all your money on their dreams. And when you run out of money, you're lame without no money. They're going to treat you like they did. The difference between the money don't make you unlame is that they don't have access to you. And you can do a hell of a lot more than they can ever do ever. They have to move. They can't move the way you move. They can't be in the same places you can be at.
They must lack something in like another category that makes them want to show off money and make them feel.
Oh yeah, just like the street dudes who lack money, so they have to go put hands on people or be violent. But you don't call them lame, do you?
Like they need to show off because that's something they have. Me, I honestly I talk about money a lot, but it's not for flexing reasons. It's more for motivation.
Yeah,
reasons.
Investments.
I try to tell people invest.
That's the positive side of it.
Yeah.
But if they have all that shit, then you still gonna call them lame. You're not gonna tell a person who has a lot of money to investment and all that shit, they can do all that shit and still not be better than the people they call lame. And they'll look at you and say, I already did all that shit. Oh, you need to learn how to dress. Why am I listening to you how to dress when I'm already successful and I can get into a room and people listen to me and give me deals and they won't give you deals?
If you're coming off as like, bro, let me tell you how you can invest in something to make more money for yourself, for your family, generational wealth. These are things.
Here we go, the buzzword, generational wealth. So if they have generational wealth already, you still gonna call them lame. I mean, there's people calling DJ Academics lame, Casanat lame, all these different people that are more accomplished than them lame. They have generational wealth.
That are gems. But when you're coming off as like, oh, nah, yep.
But you don't call the men who brag about how much pussy they get lame. Or talk about how it's easy for them to get women lame. You don't talk about what them coming off telling motherfuckers about street shit. Oh yeah, man, I used to do this in the street. Why don't you call that lame? Bragging about it. Tell them how tough they are. That's not lame?
You ain't got, what's an example I'm thinking of? Like, when people be like, oh, your pieces ain't hitting, and stuff like that. It's just like...
You're the same people who will talk shit about somebody's clothes. You're the same people who will talk shit about somebody's clothes. Or somebody's hair.
I'm feeling that paycheck is hitting.
That's just examples, right? You have to pay attention to the environments that these people are a part of. And when they're telling you that somehow, some way, that there's all these good women out here, ask them one thing. Can I get a fan club with all these good women so I can have a choice in all of them. And if they say no, then I don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Because if rappers got fan clubs, the street niggas got fan clubs, the players got fan clubs, the drug dealers got fan clubs, they got baby moms. All of the fucked up guys have fan clubs. Then why can't the nerds? If there's dirty women out there, why they don't have a fan club? Why the dirty men don't have fan clubs? Why the good men don't have fan clubs of women? Where they at? This is supposed to be a whole society full of women, but there's more women than men. But you don't see a fan club. Some men would take 1,000 women in his fan club that's ugly than 3 good looking women. But they'll never have that. We have that situation. You have to always check the verification of these people, right? You have to look at it. Hey, where's the nerdy guys with 5 baby moms? Or at least give him 5 girlfriends. Where's it at? I thought it was all these good women. The good women, they should be able to want to share with. If there's not a lot of good men around, they can share a good man. I would not get mad if I seen a good dude walking around with 5 women. Hey, he's a good dude. Hey, take it up. But that's not the case. You got women screaming, Duke. Why they got a boyfriend? Instead of screaming their man's name, they're screaming another man's name like a glazer. A nobody who's, I don't even think he's a top selling rapper. Oh man. But these are the people who tell you money don't make you lame and all this other shit. Talking about these beautiful black women. You know, something going on right now with Aiden Ross and Doshi, and then the gang niggas are jumping in talking about they gonna put hands on them for talking bad about Doshi and disrespecting black women. And I bet you probably in 2 months this shit gonna be dropped. Nothing's gonna happen. And then and then they'll move to something else. Remember last year the Anthony the Antonio situation with the white with the dude stabbing up one of the white kids. I think white dude, or I think white stabbed up 2 white kids. I forgot what it is. What happened to that one? There's so much shit that happened last year. And guess what? Everybody forgot it in 2026, right? This expose who women like and who women don't like. Remember the T-Page exposure? Remember all the men that now suing T-Page? Remember that? Remember how many men had all these women to themselves, and how the women were getting mad because they had to be rotated by multiple men, by one man. They was mad because they were not the only one. And you saw how busted a lot of those women was on the T-Page. Remember that? Oh, are we gonna ignore that? Right? So let's expose somebody real quick before I get out of this. Let's see. No, because that's not tourism. By the way, I pay for play myself. I'm not against it. Yeah, sure. Sure. Let's see. Right now, this fool right here. Let's see this fool right here. Let's expose somebody real quick. Now, let's see. This piece of shit chick, her name is Jess Tree 411. Let's go. Let's do a channel analysis. What she was talking about 8 years ago. Big topic. Only big topics. Will sex styles replace women? She was not talking about red pill. My debate with a self-proclaimed gay incel who who wants to be allowed in alpha spaces. Destiny get destroyed by tree logic. So her whole start was not about red pill guys or going after. She's pretty much a glazer of white men, as you see. Now, let's see her most popular views. Let's see. If it's more than 15, I'm gonna give you this. If it's more than 15 videos on red pill, you can tell the fact is she don't believe in what she believes in, right? Let's see. 1, 2. Mind you, let me get this 2. Now, mind you, this song failed. Nobody cared about this song, but people who say the red pill is dead. Nobody is playing this weak ass song. It didn't okay, I forgot. Oops. ACT, okay. It didn't catch on like the single The Mom song. They try so hard to promote this dumbass song by Abba and Preach, and it didn't work out. We can see, and we can compare it. Let's go. Let's see. Let's hurry up. ABBA. They had the Glazers, and it didn't even get that much. It didn't even get that much traction. They've been trying this song shit for. They've been trying this song shit for a couple of times, and it didn't work out. These weird ass people was promoting this shit, and they was trying their best to get them to these views, these high views, and it wasn't working. It didn't work. But then let's look at the single mom song. Four point 4.2 million. It even had dances with it.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom. You said I'ma have this kid. You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom.
The single mom stuff literally was everywhere when his song came out. Now, mind you, he didn't hit that same number anymore because everybody exposed who the fuck he was, but
dealing with a woman that has a kid is like playing outside.
So let's go back. Let's go back.
As a single mother, your value as a woman is less than somebody who does not have kids. If you're looking for that long-term relationship, which you've said you are, looking for a guy who's like at your age or older, the men who will be looking for what you're looking for aren't looking for you. They're looking for women who are much younger than you and who do not have kids. Do you understand that?
Well, you seem to think that every woman is exactly the same, but I'm not the same kind of person as the woman you're talking about. I don't have an IQ of 100. I'm not a moron. I'm fairly attractive. I don't think I'm going to have an issue. And what I did decide was that I would rather be by myself. My concern wasn't
Yeah, and they pretty much said that basically she got dumped anyway. So let's go. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Her whole is anti-red pill stuff, but her oldest videos was not talking about red pill at all. So basically she jumped in this shit just for views. Her channel was created in 2017, but all her videos is basically they don't look like at all. Let's see. This is what you got to do. If you gotta, everybody should have a fast phone. You got to see all of you got to see what the fuck that these people say. Here we go. 5 years ago. She tried to make alpha male strategies the king of red pill and manosphere. Mind you, this is what these people do. They come from a very dishonest position, and then they try to make someone who's more popular to be the leader and face of a group. And then when it doesn't work out, they change up. And that is what it is. Oh yeah, wait. Let me well, I ain't gonna show you because it's not part of the whole video. But the fact is that a lot of these people expose themselves. A lot of these women expose themselves for who they date, who they marry, what the guy looks like, And when the guys do exactly what they told by the general public, they get offered slop. They don't get offered the women they want, and they tell you to be happy with the slop that they gave to you, right? So pay attention to who has the most people in their fan club, because that's to tell you exactly who the women really like and who the women don't like when they don't show up to the good guy stuff, right? If a guy can at least get 3 chicks that likes him, that like the particular guy he is, then 9 times out of 10, that whole society is pretty much a bust. It is. And I even would downgrade it to 2. Other than that, no. Pay attention to people's fan clubs. See who don't have a fan club and see who do has a fan club. Because that will expose the women in that particular society.